Hello, good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
You are welcome to the Royal Entrepreneurship and Mentorship Academy. Now, this is our first maiden edition, and we have a special guest among us. So our special guest is Mr. Mayowa Odunnaike. He's an experienced business and management consultant with over 15 years of experience in areas covering business consulting, corporate planning, and business strategy, market research, digital marketing, website design, and new business development. Welcome to our academy.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Now, can you help us to delve into your background?
Okay. Thank you once again. Faculty, ladies and gentlemen, Odunnaike, and I'm known as the business doctor. I got that name, from the Federation of Small Businesses in the United Kingdom. That was in 2013, December to be precise. When I was involved in a research project for the London Borough of Barnet. They needed to make their local government, they call it borough, they needed to make it more enterprising. So they brought that project to the university, because the university I was there in that Middlesex University, London. Their university there are their base for knowledge. So I happened to be the choice of the lecturer in charge, and I was the one who conducted the research. It involved 2,263 businesses. It was a business, survey research, and the results of, that research happened to, be the base data for London Borough of Barnet when it comes to business data, and it was, an experience that I would say I didn't see coming. Who would have thought that somebody from Nigeria would be the one who happened to spearhead such a magnitude of research. I had to see it one-on-one with business owners in the UK, and what has brought me to that stage is the topic I'm here to discuss with you about. My background, I studied accounting from Olabisi Obanjo University, Agowin, that's formerly OOU. I graduated 2007. I went to say 2008, and then between 2008 and 2010, I was about impacting value, impacting knowledge, to people of higher tertiary education, those who are in tertiary education, training them about data analysis, research, the importance of research, how research value. While I was at that, my friends were back in Lagos, applying for jobs and all of that. They were wondering, why am I wasting my time, over there, because then I was serving in Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria, and the place was a virgin land. Everything you sell there, especially as a core member, it sells because they value you, they know you have some knowledge to share, and all of that. So, and because I was also passionate, about my field, which is research, though I finished as an accounting student, but I never practiced accounting in code, because I fell in love with research because I know the value that gives. And eventually, I saw this perspective that I can learn more overseas because I needed to understand the nitty-gritty, beyond what I see in textbooks. So I wanted to learn from those who are behind it, really, so I can get first-hand information. So I was determined to go abroad to learn, not because I wanted to Japan. Otherwise, I will not be back in Nigeria. So eventually, I found myself there. It was a dream come true, and the opportunity came to apply to Research University, and I had to write something they call personal statement to explain why have you chosen that course, why have you chosen that university, what connection does the course or program have to do with your future goals and all of that. So I poured out my heart into that writing, because I was so passionate about research, because the course was research methods for business and management. So just to apply for the program, eventually they go back to me with an international merit award. As at then, I was given £1,400. £1,400, just because they saw my personal statement inspiring. And I gained the admission. So when the local government that the university is located at needed to do research, so I probably think they went in search of personal statements, because that's the only link that they would have gotten to me. So the lecturer just came in one day and asked, "Who is Mayowa, Odunnaike?" I said, "I am. Any problem?" And I should see him. And eventually he said, "Okay." I was going to write my dissertation. So he said, "There is this project that the Bureau has brought to the university about understanding programs that the government can give to businesses in that area. So, and I would like to be part of that research." I said, "Why not? Why not?" So with all enthusiasm, I got into it, did all I could. If you go on my LinkedIn profile, you will see the testimony I written by the supervising lecturer. So at the end of that research project, I was to now present the findings. So that was when the local government organized a program called Barnet Means Business. Barnet Means Business.
What does that mean?
It's called Barnet.
Barnet, okay.
So Barnet means business, meaning that they are ready for business. So the findings of my research were what informed strategies that were now implemented. The strategies I recommended based on the surveys. Okay, so it was in that gathering that I was named the business doctor. So then I thought myself as the business doctor. So now I'm a management consultant. I have my own management consulting firm called Research Global Network Unlimited.
Now, let's go back to the topic that we have today, dedication. Now, what does dedication mean to you?
Wow. Okay, you see, dedication is much more, it's more than a word. It is the quality that often drives success. It is the key that opens your doors of achievement. It is the fuel that propels your goals. You see, as high school students, you have to be very mindful of what you do now. Because the truth of the matter is who we become is determined by what we did before now, what we did yesterday. It determines who you are now. It determines where you are now. So, if you want a brighter future, it will not just happen. Please never say Queen Sarah. It is a very wrong mentality. Queen Sarah means what will be will be. Let me tell you, what will be will not be. Or better put, what will be, but it will be what you don't like. I used to give this analogy. If you leave a farmland unattended to, you do nothing about the site, the farmland. I want to ask you a question. What do you think will grow when you leave it to what will be with you? What do you think will grow there? Yes. Weeds. Weeds. What are weeds? Unwanted plants. What you don't want. That is how life is. Nothing in life happens by chance. Are we together?
Yes.
Okay? So if you just think will not go by, it will go. If you don't take action, if you don't own your life, if you don't take charge of your life, if you don't take ownership, it is you that will demand what you want from life. And you see, the truth is nothing good comes easy. Hence, dedication is one of the price that you pay for success. If you want to be successful in life, you have to be dedicated at what you do. So, what is dedication? Dedication is a mindset. It is a commitment and a choice. It's a choice. Now, most people in life, they want the easy way out. You know, most people, they just want to sleep and wake up, you know, and just anything they try, they want it to just be successful, you know, so that everything comes easy, you know. But if you are in this life, especially in this part of the world, Nigeria, you will know that there are many forces, unforeseen, and even the seen, that are competing against you. Are you seeing it? So if you must be successful, you have to have a mentality that has formed your personality. Are we together?
I love that.
I
You
hope-
have a personality that forms your
personality.
personality.
Yes. I'm not creating a right. Okay, so please take note of that for me. All right, now, those who have gone ahead of you, you need to ask questions. Those who are successful, and those, you know, I don't know if you notice something like most of the great men, old men, I think you need to engage them. As children, they will oblige you. So it just means, I want to ask you a question. Oh, are you with me?
Yes,
That
sir.
how did you end up as a gate man? You know, the truth of the matter is, some of them they had the opportunity because they were not ready to pay the price. You see, some of them, they thought life is automatic. That what they were enjoying, because most of them actually had better pass. Are you with me? So this is not just applicable to only gate men. You know, anybody who is now old, who is now not enjoying his life or her life, or who has who suddenly realize that this is not the life I planned, you know, for myself, all of that, and that now has regrets. They are the best people to talk to because they will have advice for you, so that you will not end up the way they ended up. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So if you want to live a successful life, you need wisdom. So when you start from what you do, your perceptions, your mindset, which informs your action, your character, and that is part of your personality, your person. Students, you know, my wife happens to own a school, and instead of employing a computer trainer, I decided to take that class myself because I like impacting lives. So I take computer studies, you know, for basic classes once a week. You know, so I'll take all the classes, you know, in a day. And I talk to my students a lot. And it seems my demands are too much. Even me, I perceive that, am I not too hard on these children? But hey, it starts from now. It starts from now. Where I come from, I want to translate it to English now. Okay, when a fish is dry already and you want to bend it, will it bend? It will what? It will cut. Okay, but when the fish is not yet dry, it is still fresh, you can bend it anyhow you want it. Are you seeing it?
Yes.
So now is the time to learn the character that will form your personality for success. Because if you learn something else, the truth of the matter is you will always learn something. That farmland I spoke to you about before, it cannot just be there. Something has to grow on it. It's either you cultivate it or you leave it. When you cultivate it, what you plant on it is what will grow. And even at that, weeds will still grow to choke what you are planting. But what do? You uproot those weeds. They say you weed them, you uproot it. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
And if you leave it uncultivated, unwanted plants will grow. But with those unwanted plants, God is so gracious that you will still see some plants that are wanted. Maybe you just see some tomatoes, some water leaf that you can still make use of. Are you saying, but is that what you want to live your life on? So you have to be the one. Your life is in your hands. Are we together?
Yes.
Not even in God's hands. Because most of us are just over religious and we leave everything to God. Meanwhile, God is no longer doing anything because on principles. He has put everything in motion and he has put you in charge. He has given you all that you require to make things happen. Are we together? So God is waiting on you to make things happen for you. And that is why God says, my people perish for lack of knowledge. He is the one who teaches us, to make wealth. He teaches our hands to make wealth based on the words that he has given us. So what I'm telling you today is that you need to build a mentality of dedication to what you are doing. I was about telling you about what I experienced among high school students. Laziness. If you realize that you are the lazy type, that is a red flag. You can change it now. If you don't change it now, it will become part and parcel of you, and you transfer that into every aspect of your life. And the Bible says there is no food for a lazy man. Who inspires the Bible is God. So God is speaking wisdom to you. There is no food for a lazy man. Dedication requires hard work. The dedication is about going the extra mile. Am I communicating?
You're communicating.
Thank you. Dedication separates you from the crowd. Dedication makes you extraordinary. It distinguishes you. You are different from others because you are doing something extra that others are not doing. So if you are lazy, you cannot be dedicated. So it is something you start training yourself in right from now. When you are given an assignment, you do it. In class, when you are meant to write notes, don't be so lazy that you are skipping notes. Or there's a correction given to you, maybe multiple choice questions, and then for example, let me give this example. There's this workbook we use, and in that workbook there are no spaces for you to, they didn't provide empty spaces. So whenever there is correction, I'll ask that, okay, do your corrections in your exercise book. Now, some do not have textbook, majority do. The truth of the matter is, even it is those who do not have the textbook that are even now doing this thing I'm about to talk to you about. So when they need to write their corrections in their exercise book, they will now write number 1, A, number 2, A, number 3, C, number 4, D. They will just write it and they will put correction for, and they will bring it to me for me to mark it. And I'll look at this 1, A, 2. Whereas in the textbook, there are several exercises. So now, you that write number 1, A, you don't have the textbook. So when it is time for maybe midterm test or exam, and then you are now revising your notes and you get to the ones you missed, and it's not as though you wrote out the options. So you are seeing correction number 1, A. What would that mean to you? What would that mean to you? So you cannot take the pain of writing out what A is. and then writing the page number. Let's go. The exercise, so that when you are revising, you are able to, link your correction to the question, so you will know the correct answers. At the end of the day, the same mistake you have made in class, the same question has been repeated in the exam, you fail it the second time. So is that learning? Am I communicating? So it therefore means that it boils down to these little details, meaning that don't exhibit or demonstrate laziness. That is what dedication is. Take the pain to go extra mile, to do what you are supposed to do. Even when others are looking for shortcuts. How did I suddenly become a business and management research professional? Remember, I said my educational background is in accounting, and I'm not practicing as an accountant, but I'm doing much more than an accountant. Accounting knowledge in my field right now.
That is, no knowledge is lost.
No knowledge is lost. No knowledge is lost, especially if it is a transferable skill. Okay, I don't know if you understand what I mean. When I say transferable skill, it means a skill that you can use in another field. Are you getting it?
Yes,
so there are
sir.
some skills that are not transferable, meaning they don't relate at all to what you are doing. So whatever you are doing, make sure they are around, the same area. Okay, so that it can be useful to you. So that time you have spent on it will not be wasted. Am I communicating?
You are communicating.
So when I was on campus studying accounting, there is this course we do in our penultimate year, that's the third year in the university. We call it research methods for business and management. And I was in the account department. It was a compulsory course from another department, the business admin department. So I studied like everyone else, and then I enjoyed it because I was saying the practicality aspect of it. I wanted to apply it. So it was time for exam. In fact, right from the test. That's another thing, and there's another point I want to bring out, talking about dedication. So I'm using this example to bring out that point. Right from the test, people who are not so sure, they want to sit together, so they can exchange ideas in the exam hall. So they want to sit at the back because they cannot do that in the front. So those are the people you see sitting at the back. But I happen to be the only one sitting at the front on that row. The first column, the first row, the only one. So I was done with my test, and normally the lecturers will collect row by row. There will be at least maybe 6 lecturers in the lecture theatre because it was a 1,500 capacity. So I was like, how can this man do it alone? He's the only one conducting the test. So he went and he stood at the middle of the hall, So he said that we should pass our book to the edge. So as it used to be, I thought he said that we should pass it to the edge of our table. So since I was the only one there, I just moved my own booklet to the edge of my table, thinking maybe when it's done, he will come for it. I never knew that he said we should pass it across the columns, the different columns, to where he is. So the first row will pass there, he will collect and move to the next row Are you getting it? So it was when he now moved to the next row, that the next table on my own row, I saw that there were no papers there anymore. So I was now wondering, because that was the first time such a thing, I was not used to that. So I was now calling him that, sir, my own is here. He said, didn't I hear that I should pass it? I said, I didn't put it that he didn't collect it. He said, I should go and mark it myself. That was how I lost out on CA. So I was now like, so I'm left with exam, which is over 70, or is it even 60? So I said, I think it's over 60. Because there was another practical we did, that I was not even the group leader, but because the group leader wasn't doing what she was supposed to do, I took the challenge. I was the one who did the work. By the time we submitted that project, which is also part of the CA, the result came out, and we were about 20 in the group, in each group, about 20. At the end of the day, I was the one who did the work alone, because others were not serious. But the contribute money, let us print out. So for one way or the other, we got it done, and I submitted for the group. What we did, they will say that they are the group leader, but I thought that there's no need for that. I didn't stay with the group leader. No. So he will just assume that the person whose matric number is the first is the group leader, because that is how it was supposed to be. But my matric number was not the first in that group, because the group was matric number by matric number in 20s. So eventually, in this, some got 70, over 30%, some got 40. I got 0 with one other person. So I was now on the 0. It was later on I now realized that because I did not submit my test, maybe he didn't see the test, it was like, this one is not serious. Maybe that was why he marked me down. I don't know how. The same assignment. Are we supposed to get different results? I was like, where is this coming from? How come that one of those who got 40 came to me that because he didn't contribute, I now made him to get 40. He now got 70. I said, do you know what I said? Go and, this is my matric number. Go and check. He went to check. He didn't come back. He didn't come back to me. So that was how I didn't have CA. So I was now left with 60%. This is how my story, this is how it started. So I was now left with 60%. So I said, if I should miss one, that means I will fall to C. That's 59. So there's no way I can make B. I said, no, I must get everything. That was when I started giving attention to that course beyond anybody else. To the extent that I started tutorial, I was not even teaching those in the business admin department, because it's a borrowed course, though compulsory for us. So I started teaching those in the business admin department research methodology. That was what got my, because I didn't want to have less than B. I wanted to get it all in the exam. Unfortunately, the man came up with calculation aspect of it for the first time in history of that course. So because we are used to written past questions, looking at, so we saw that from history, no calculation. It was all theory. So when the man was teaching us calculation, we just like, it's not going to come out, so why are we bothering ourselves? And it now happened to be when there was this African Cup of Nations that Nigeria was to play. It was that day he was not teaching us calculation. People were like, it's almost 4. The match was to be 4 o'clock. I looked at this man, he didn't want us to, he has TV in his office. We just enter his office. We will still have to enter bus and go out of the campus. So we just left the class, and he was telling us there that it's important, but we were just like, we need to go and watch the match. So we left the class. That was how I did not pay attention to the calculation aspect. So the exam question came, to cut the long story short. 40% of the exam question compulsory was calculation. Of the remaining 60%, 40% was calculation. I said, hey, so I left it. I dealt with the theory. Oh, I so dealt with the theory. Now, the calculation that carries the highest mark, I don't know what to do. To cut the long story short, I failed research methods for business and management in my 300 level. So, because I failed, and I have to now carry it over, call it carry over university. So, I now said to myself, since I will be doing it the second time, there should be nobody that will get as I will get. So that time, got so good, it was the final year. I was now in my final year, having to rewrite a penultimate year exam. And in the final year, we always do research projects. Am I still communicating? First.
Wow.
Because I just thought that, no, I am doing it the second time. So, no matter how bright you are, no matter where you are coming from, no matter how smoking you are, no, you shouldn't. You are just getting the information. I have the information before. So what did I do? How did I become the first? While we were on holiday, 300, before I entered the final year, I sat down with it. While others were like, it's holiday, enjoying themselves, going for holiday, I sat down with research methods. I went extra mile. I think because I had failed, now say, I give up. So, what I want to bring out from there, dedication is also about being resilient. RESILIENT. Dedication is also about being resilient. It means that you don't give up. Why? Because there will be obstacles. There will be challenges. Nothing good comes easy. There is a price to be ready to pay the price. If you are the type that wants things easy, you are building a mediocre personality. Hope I'm not talking above your head.
No, sir. No, sir.
So don't be the type that is a mediocre. Do away with mediocrity. You don't want to be the best. So far, you are doing it. There is no point. That's the life of a mediocrity. That's the mentality. There is no point being the best. So far, I'm not failing. Are you getting it? That's the mentality that is killing everyone, in this part of the world. In the Western world, it is not about you achieving results. It's about achieving the best result. They are always looking for the most effective way. If so, they will say, analyze, evaluate the alternatives, compare them. Which one is the best? Use that best method. Because they are concerned about efficiency. They are concerned, they don't want waste. They want to get it done at the lowest cost, at the fastest time. The lowest cost, the fastest time, the best result. So they are always looking at the optimum value, the optimum effort to achieving the optimum value. Where am I going to? Don't give up. Challenges will come. Like you are supposed to sleep, but you say no, I haven't done what I have planned to do. Are we together? So dedication will make you to stay up. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
My wife can testify to this. There are times that, I just heard that if you want to stay awake, I've tried all sorts. Now, I drink energy drink like anything else because of caffeine. I need a cafe. I've tried Nescafe. It wasn't working. My wife will be a witness to this. I heard that when you put your leg into water, a bucket of water. So I will get the bucket, put water and put my leg. She will wake up in the middle of the night, maybe to use the toilet. She will see me on the laptop. When you see me putting my leg inside, it's just to stay awake. And then the next morning, it told me that I will go to sleep. I will still dress up. I will still go to work. My eyeball will be red. When I see that my brain is not working the way it's supposed to work again, I will go and get energy drink and let me stay active until I am done with my to-do list before I will sleep. What I am supposed to do, to the extent that 24 hours was no longer enough. I was not like, can the day be extended maybe from 24 to 48 hours so that there is more time, because I have so much people say they have nothing doing. I don't understand. I don't understand when people say they don't have, because there is so much. I wish I can divide myself. I wish there is so much more that I can do that will pay off. But because I am limited, so the little is so much that if anybody calls me now for another opportunity, I say, it has great prospect, but it will require my time. This time I don't have. And you see, whatever is worth doing at all. Hello? Get this. Whatever is worth doing at all is worth doing well.
Write that down.
Whatever is worth doing at all is worth doing well. Don't do it anyhow. Do it well. You might be thinking, what will it do to me? What benefits are there? They are not going to pay me for it or give me extra for it or whatever. The truth is, you are building your personality. There's a time you are used to doing things well, that you are not satisfied until you have done it well. It stands you out. People will be looking for you. You will start creating values, and that is what makes you successful. That is. Let me tell you something. My man of God always says something. It's the person of Reverend Chris Oyakilome. He said, with the level of achievement, some of you may know him. He said, with the level of his achievements in ministry, in life generally, he said that, take everything from me. He has everything he has achieved. He said, take everything from me. He said, put me in a desert. He said, it only takes a matter of time. He said, I will reproduce everything. He said, I will reproduce everything. Now, I said that to say this. It is not about what you are getting. It is about what you are becoming. Success is your personality. Greatness is your personality. It is not about having. It is about being. It's about being. B-E-I-N-G. Your being. Who are you? So it is not about your bank account. I don't have money in my pocket does not make me a failure. Am I made of stuff? Do I have stuff? Do I have something to offer? That is That is my worth. So, if I have that, I can create money. I can attract money. It does not matter where I am in the United Kingdom and about my future or the future of my kids. Because it is inside me. It is not determined by my geographical location. I will make money. I am making money not in naira. I am making money in hard currency. Is it dollar? Is it pounds? Yes. In fact, I have some dollars.
And you are going to share it with us.
You know, so there's so much available. Resource. I want to use a word that you will understand. Now, if you are given a task, hello? If you are given a task to do for someone, maybe you are to serve someone, be dedicated to that person's cause. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Be dedicated to that person's cause. Why? If you are not thinking it's not my cause, it's for somebody else. So if I'm doing it, it's to that person's gain. But that person is paying you, or you are there at that period to serve. You have to be dedicated to that person's cause. Why? Because it is a seed that you are sowing. If you are not, the truth is you are not only causing harm to that person, you are also causing more harm to yourself. There is a saying that the way you lay your bed is the way you lie on it. The way you lay your bed, that's the way you lie on it. The way you pose for a picture is the way you see yourself, except that a Photoshop. Am I communicating? Yes. Where I'm going to is this. It is what you do to others that will eventually be done to you. If you are not dedicated to other people's cause, you will not get people to be committed, to be dedicated to your own cause. So life is about sowing seeds that you will come to harvest. You cannot sow corn and you want to reap something else.
Like cassava.
You cannot. It is what you sow that you reap. Thank you.
Thank you very much. A round of applause. So all the questions I've listed, you have used just your time to answer it. That means you are in spirit.
Thank you.
So what is one piece of advice you would like to give the students concerning the education?
Well,
Just a piece of advice before they ask you their questions.
I would like to say that in the face of challenges, setbacks, doubts, dedication is a force that keeps you going. Okay? So pushing us beyond our limits and helping us to overcome those obstacles. So when obstacles come, your dedication is the key. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Our guest, Mr. Mayowa Odunnaike, is an experienced business and management consultant. He founded EGNL, which is known as EduSearch Global Network Limited, to help SME, that's small medium businesses, to innovate the future knowledge transfer and provision of research. Now, back to our audience. Do we have any questions for our guests? Any questions? Yes?
So what advice do you give to someone who is, what
what advice will you give to someone wanting to pursue like similar to your career?
The advice that I will give to someone who wants to pursue a dream along my career path. Well, I would respond to that this way. You know, when I went into research was when research field, particularly in this part of this world, is not a well-paying field. Now, when people want to choose the career, they want to make a career choice that will pay them well. So I went for research not because of the money, but because I have now developed passion for it. I wanted to see the practicality of all the theories. That was what made me travel outside of Nigeria to study research methods for business and management at the postgraduate level. And that brought me back home because I wanted to apply it. And many opportunities are there in Nigeria to apply it. Are you seeing it? So the money was not my driving force, but my passion for creativity, my passion for creating value added services. So it was a channel, it was rather a path that has not been charted as such in this country.
Untapped talent.
Exactly. So, and it's a field that is so demanding. It's a field that is demanding. It's so demanding that if you are not the patient type, you cannot thrive. If you are the type that all you want is money, you will not survive. Are you getting it? Because who will approach you? In Nigeria, people don't regard research. Business owners, once they see Mr. A is succeeding in this field, Mrs. B is succeeding, they just go into it blindly without proper coordinated research. They will just do research, they call that research, and they will just go into a business blindly. At the end of the day, businesses fail there and there. And there are business management consultants everywhere, but they won't use them. They will be thinking, what value is this person? It's just going to collect my money. Which is not true. Which is not true. Was bringing money. So if I was looking at the money, I will not be in this field. But look at it today. I am making the money.
Any question?
What?
Your morning routine.
My
Your
morning routine. Well, I'm a family man, and God has blessed me with 4 wonderful kids.
Wow.
You know, the situation of this country is it's something that to get an house help, you have to pray and pray and pray and pray before you can have an house help. And my wife said, no, she doesn't want. So my morning routine, when I wake up, I pray. Okay? After prayer, the kids are the next thing because they have to go to school. Are you getting it? Then from there, I prepare myself. I take them to school and then to my workplace. Now, you should have asked that what is instead of my morning routine, you should have asked what do I do the night before? Because that is when I plan for the next day. You know, when I was going to come here today, I asked the host that, what is the plan? because I needed to plan my next day. So I planned my day a day before. As a matter of fact, if a client brings a job today, the work cannot start today. It has to be the next day, because I plan myself.
Wow. Do you have any question from the audience? Yes.
Sir, do you have a childhood nickname?
Yes. Will I say childhood? No. My name, the nickname I was given was when I was in the university. I was so young. I think I got into the university at the age of 16. So I was then I was called, I used to be called Small. Small. And then later, I don't know why somebody just gave me Mayor Bombay. Because my name is Mayowa, and people who are called Mayowa are called Mayor. So the person just said Mayor Bombay, and later on I heard Bombay of Karachi. So Mayor Bombay. So some of my social media IDs, Mayor Bombay.
Wow. Do you have any other question?
Yes. Please, sir, what is the common myth about your profession and what will become?
The
Common myth. Okay. About your
profession.
profession, I want to debunk that people are known.
Yes, the to debunk. Well, the truth is, my profession is multidisciplinary. Okay, but my passion is research. But I do a lot of other activities in that line, like I'm also into branding, IT infrastructure for businesses, digital marketing for your business, anything that grows a business. I see it. Other than I also do study abroad program to the extent that now I am now also consulting for those who want to travel out, because once you gain admission, the next thing is you want to apply for a visa. I see it. So I also do. I'm also in code. It's actually also in my object for my company. During my company, I'm also into immigration consultancy. Okay, and a whole lot. So there are so many myths in all of these different business engagements that I would like to debunk. First of which is that I want to bring to mind one. Now, people used to think that as a management consultant, that research is only theoretical. So they believe that research is theory. It does not relate to practice. Are you getting it? They believe if they do research, it's just theory. It doesn't have any value. That is why most Nigerians will start up business and they will not do any research because they don't see the value. Are you getting? That is the myth I want to debunk. Number one myth, that theory is the mother of practice. What I mean by that is it is theory that begets practice. What is practice? Practice is what you do, the practical thing that you do. Every practice is based on a theory. Theory is the underlying principle, the mentality, the fundamental, the basis, the underpinning reason at your level. The reason why you are doing what you are doing the way you are doing it. Now, hear this. There is a difference between a mechanic and a mechanical engineer. A mechanic was somebody who went as an apprentice to learn from a roadside mechanic. So he is also building his own career line like that. So how is he learning? He's just learning by watching, by observing what your guy is doing and asking questions. And then give me spanner. No, size 14. So that way they do trial and error a lot. They don't understand the fundamental. Why is this supposed to be so? What are the other qualities, things that may go wrong? They don't know. But the mechanical engineer has gone to school to study the theory. Are you seeing it? So he does not even need to be there physically. They can be attending to you over the phone. You question. When you do this, what sound is he giving you? That is what doctors do when you go for consultation. They will be asking you questions. So those questions they are asking you, it is based on theory. So based on the response, they know the likely prescription to give to you because they can diagnose your issue based on theory. Research is the basis of best practices. So whatever practice you want to be best at, you need the theory to be the best at it. That's the number one myth I want to debunk. Research is about theory and practice. Thank you.
Wow. Do you have any last question from the audience?
Yes. Sir, how would you describe your perfect day?
My
Perfect day.
perfect day. Wow. Well, my perfect day is a day I win the highest number of souls. You know what I mean by that? I'm a soul winner. You know. So my perfect day is the day that I'm able to point someone to God. Are you getting it? And I achieve the best number of my life.
Wow. Wow. What an exciting time we have on our Mentorship and Entrepreneurial Academy. So do you have any other question? The last question. Wow. Yes?
Sir, what
Right.
the best compliments you have received?
The best compliment I've received.
Yes, I know the small is compared to your stature, not your intellect.
Yes,
Wow.
they will say
Small but
mighty.
Wow. A round of applause for that. Wow. We have come to the end of today's program. Please like, share, and comment on our channel. So next time when we meet again, bye for now.